December 2025 feels different. Across the UK and Europe, the air is mild, not crisp. Christmas markets are busy, but heavy coats are optional. This isn't just a pleasant warm spell. It's a sign of deeper changes in our climate. Why is this winter so warm? The answer lies in shifting weather patterns and a climate system in transition. We'll explore the data, hear from climate scientists, and see how these changes ripple through our lives. Understanding what's happening is the first step toward meaningful action. This warm December is a message from our planet, one we can't afford to ignore. Let's find out what it's telling us. In recent years, including this winter, we've noticed a striking new pattern. The season often begins with a sharp, biting cold snap. But then, almost overnight, the cold seems to vanish as quickly as it arrived. We brace ourselves for a classic frosty winter, only to be caught off guard by a sudden wave of mild, almost spring-like air. This unpredictable seesaw pattern is fast becoming the new normal for British winters. Instead of a steady, gradual slide into winter, we now experience abrupt swings, icy and freezing one week, then surprisingly warm the next. The stable, predictable seasons many of us remember from childhood are giving way to a new era of volatility and uncertainty. What's behind this change? The answer lies in larger atmospheric shifts happening above us. Cold Arctic air still arrives, but it's quickly pushed aside by warm, moist winds sweeping in from the Atlantic. The systems that once held these air masses firmly in place are weakening, making our winters more unpredictable than ever before. One week, we're scraping thick ice from our cars in the early morning. The next, we're leaving our heavy coats at home and enjoying sunshine in December. This turbulence and unpredictability is a clear hallmark of a warming world, reshaping our expectations of winter. Our climate is no longer the stable, reliable system we once knew. It's changing before our eyes, and so are our winters.
The warmth we feel isn't just a fleeting sensation. It's backed by hard scientific data collected from all across the continent. In December 2025, temperatures in the UK and Europe soared 3 to 5 degrees above the long-term average, painting a striking picture of change. Thousands of weather stations, from remote hillsides to bustling cities, confirm this isn't just a fluke or a local oddity.
Reports from the Met Office and Copernicus, two of the world's leading climate authorities, show the last decade has been the warmest on record, by a significant margin. This December's unusual warmth fits into a clear, unmistakable global trend that scientists have been tracking for years.
Each mild winter adds another point to a graph that keeps climbing higher, driven by the relentless buildup of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere.
It's not just the heat. Rainfall patterns are changing too, in ways that are hard to ignore. Instead of the familiar steady drizzle, we now see long dry spells, suddenly broken by intense, heavy downpours. A warmer atmosphere can hold more moisture, so when it finally rains, it pours. Sometimes with dramatic consequences.
These erratic patterns, droughts followed by floods, are classic textbook signs of a climate in transition, and they're becoming more frequent.
One unusually warm December could be chalked up to weather, a random blip in the system. But when we see years of this, mild winters, green grass in December, and little to no snow, that's not just weather anymore. That's climate. The data is clear and compelling. What we're feeling and witnessing is part of a much bigger global shift that's reshaping our world.
To truly understand these dramatic changes in our weather and environment, we turn to the world's leading climate experts, who dedicate their lives to studying these complex systems and patterns. Dr. Elena Petrova, a renowned climate scientist, compares the climate to a pot of water heating up. Not only does it get warmer, but it also becomes much more turbulent and unpredictable, with sudden changes and surges. The extra energy trapped in our atmosphere by greenhouse gases makes weather patterns more volatile, fueling storms, heavy rainfall, and unexpected temperature swings.
Professor Mark Davies highlights the growing unpredictability of our seasons, noting that what used to be rare extremes are now becoming the new normal. Our lives, our food supply, and agriculture all depend on stable, predictable seasons, but now, volatility and uncertainty seem to rule, making it harder for farmers and communities to plan ahead. For example, warm Decembers can trigger plants to bud and blossom far too early, only for those tender shoots to be damaged or destroyed by late frosts that follow.
The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the world's leading authority, confirms that human activity, especially burning fossil fuels, is the main driver of these rapid and unprecedented changes. Extreme weather events, including winter heat waves and sudden cold snaps, are now a direct result of the greenhouse gases we continue to emit into the atmosphere.
Experts urge us all to notice and pay attention to these changes, as they are clear warning signs of a shifting climate. Each odd or extreme weather event is not just a fluke, but a data point, a crucial piece of the larger climate puzzle that scientists are working to solve. The more we observe and understand these patterns, the more urgent and immediate the situation becomes for everyone, everywhere. This isn't a distant or abstract problem. It's happening right now, in our cities, towns, and countryside.
This December, with its unusual warmth and unpredictable weather, is climate change in action, unfolding before our very eyes.
High above us, the jet stream, a fast-flowing river of air, once kept cold and warm air in their places.
But as the Arctic warms faster than the rest of the planet, the jet stream weakens and wobbles. It now meanders, creating loops that bring prolonged warmth or cold.
This December, a persistent ridge in the jet stream is pumping warm air from the south over Europe. The result? Weeks of unseasonable mildness.
When the jet stream dips, we get sudden cold snaps. When it rises, we get stuck in warmth. This seesaw is the new normal. Weather extremes, not predictability. The jet stream has become a rogue force, reshaping our seasons. Climate change isn't just about temperature. It's changing how and when rain falls. The UK's gentle soaking drizzle is being replaced by long dry spells and sudden intense downpours.
Dry ground can't absorb heavy rain, leading to flash floods and soil erosion.
A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, so when it rains, it's more likely to be a deluge. This all-or-nothing rainfall is a challenge for farmers, city planners and water companies.
Heavy rain after drought doesn't replenish groundwater, it just runs off.
The water cycle's gentle rhythm is gone, replaced by unpredictability. Our environment and way of life are feeling the strain. A warm December might seem harmless, but its effects ripple through our lives and ecosystems. Agriculture suffers. Fruit trees need winter chill, and early budding can be wiped out by late frosts.
Animals are confused too. Some skip hibernation, burning energy they need to survive.
The timing between plants, insects and birds is breaking down. A silent crisis called phenological mismatch.
Pests and disease-carrying insects survive in greater numbers, and our infrastructure is strained by unpredictable weather.
Even the economy feels it. Less demand for heating, but winter businesses and ski resorts suffer.
Climate is the foundation of our society. When it shifts, everything built on it is affected. The cost of adapting is enormous. These ripple effects show just how interconnected we are with the climate. Beyond science, there's a personal response to these changing seasons. Many feel a sense of loss, nostalgia for crisp, snowy Decembers.
This ecological grief is real, a mourning for lost seasonal rhythms.
Others feel anxiety and uncertainty, wondering what kind of world their children will inherit.
The unpredictability of the seasons creates stress and insecurity.
But for some, this is a call to action. The changes are immediate and personal, motivating sustainable choices and activism.
Our emotional responses, nostalgia, anxiety, resolve, reflect our deep connection to the natural world. They're a vital part of the climate story. Talking about how we feel is the first step toward collective action. December's mild air is more than small talk. It's a message from our planet. The science is clear. This warmth is a symptom of a destabilized climate driven by human activity. The impacts are everywhere, on farms, wildlife, our health, and our economy. But the first step is to notice. By paying attention and talking about these changes, we become engaged observers. Awareness leads to action, both personal and collective. As you step outside, notice the confused plants, the active birds, the missing winter chill. This is a pivotal moment. The world is speaking. Our job is to listen, understand, and respond.